Okay, so let's talk about this package, right? Because this package just keep going back and forth on it. It's so frustrating because I feel like I should be playing this, but like when you want to play at a competitive level, every card counts, right? Every card needs to have some sort of fulfillment to fulfill a purpose, to gain you the advantage, right? Give you an edge. And the way I'm trying to come to terms with this and justify it is like, I mean, people are playing Dragoons, man. Like they're playing two vanillas and a Red Ice Fusion. And of course, the difference is that if this were to take its place of a Red Ice Fusion, right? Let's say this is Red Ice Fusion. You like Red Ice Fusion is obviously better because it gives you Dragoons no matter what. Whereas this, you still need to fulfill something to make this somewhat viable. But like essentially, you would consider it as Red Ice Fusion and your two vanillas, or Red Eyes and Dark Condition, and then this guy would be the Verte because it's essentially the same thing, right? Like you go two materials make this, and two materials make Verte, except this is a bit more specific. But given the deck what it does, it's quite significantly the same thing. So looking at it that way just kind of eases your mind on it. Like, oh, I mean, I guess it should be because the deck is super consistent. You can get to this easily, like super easy. So it's just come to terms whether you want to play this or not, and be like, oh hey, if I draw it, I guess, but if I don't, But this guy, like these two, I don't really mind these ones because like I guess if you draw this, you don't have to fulfill the majestic. You can discard it off a Brotar, Brotar, off of a converter and then just play without it, as you would. But then this card, there's no way around this card. Like this card has literally no synergy with the deck. The only way it serves its purpose if it's summoned off this, because like when you summon this, you special this, and then depending if you're playing the baby dragons, right? You play the baby dragons, then you can fulfill your board even stronger, right? Because what they do is allows you to get non-tuners to be able to synchro with the tuners you summon off speeder. But but then again, these alone doesn't seem like it makes an impact, but it does. Like opening these, you do not want to open these because you want to start off with Doppel, Junk, Overtake, Dawn Walker. Like that's the hand you want to open. But when you implement these, it's like, oh damn, it's a bit weird, because like you just don't really want to do that. You want to be searching this off of that, and it seems like this hires this thing so much that it seems like it should be the obvious answer, the obvious choice. And the things you can search off is pretty cool. Like you can search Doppel, right? So if you have Junk Synchron, and of course you can search Jester, as Ben pointed it out. If you have a librarian, you can search this, which is pretty neat. It's pretty like a niche thing you can do. But once again, I'm not sure if that's worth a while. Which is why I want to play this card right here, because this card alone has way more synergy with the deck than this ever could. Of course, the ceiling isn't as high, but it allows you to play this package and implement this card, which is what we all want to play. This card's amazing. It negates and banishes. Only negate. It leaves the field, comes back. It's insane. It's 4K. Like it's amazing. So alone, this and if you open up this and this is like so awkward. You can't summon this. Whereas this, you can summon this. This can be treated as a tuner or a non-tuner, which is amazing. That's huge. And then it seems like subtle and like it's actually quite important when you're sequencing off. You're like, oh, this is a non-tuner as well, which is amazing. And then the other thing is, well, you can use it off converter, whereas this, you can't pitch that with converter. You just can't. This, you can. Like I mentioned before earlier in the video, like you don't have to fulfill this. It's the fact that you have that as an option, but if you have to reroute and abandon ship and not fulfill this, then you have the option to. You can discard this off converter, whereas this one, you cannot. And that's one of the things I'm testing. Like if you go summon Special Caligo, you can go into Metal Marcher, Trigger Doppel. Alone, that's another one. Like little things like that make the biggest difference. Although the ceiling isn't as high, but at least we can implement this, and it gives you a guarantee that you're gonna get an Omni Negate off of Speeder's effect. And it's 4K, man. 4K is no joke. It's like Quasar Blazar status. Like it can't. I mean, if you play as artist, then you can play attack twice, which is amazing. Like Quasars type of thing. So it's pretty nostalgic. But nonetheless, like little things like that, I want to point out because I've seen a few builds play this, but I want to clarify why you should consider this, right? Why it can be played, and those reasons are, which is what I just told you, which is pretty cool. And it seems cool because they're both common. Because like when you have like a secret, like this is better. Like I don't know, like it just seems kind of weird. Like I don't know, but like the fact that they're both common is like, oh, it's cool. Like the little buddies. They're cool, man. But that's basically all I wanted to showcase. I'll just clarify it to see what I'm gonna be testing. And maybe I guess give you guys a new perspective on this particular card because all those things make a difference. They all make a difference. But that's gonna be. Hopefully enjoy the video. Let's subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.